Let's talk about maybe the biggest, most common lie that we all tell ourselves pretty much every single day. I'm talking about the 5-minute lie.
Yep, there it is. That'll take 5 minutes. It sounds so harmless, right? It's that little burst of optimism your brain gives you right before you look up and realize your entire afternoon has just vanished.
So what is going on here? Why is that 5 minutes almost always a complete work of fiction? And why does it feel like a personal failing every single time it happens?
Okay, this is the most important takeaway. This is not a moral failing. You're not lazy, you're not bad at time management. It's literally a feature of how your brain is wired. And understanding that is step one to breaking that awful shame spiral that comes after.
This whole thing actually has a name. It's called time blindness. It's a real neurological trait, super common with ADHD, where your brain doesn't really see time as a smooth, flowing thing. It's more like an on-off switch.
And this is basically what that switch looks like. For a brain dealing with time blindness, there are only two settings, now and not now. If a task is happening in this exact second, it's real, it's urgent. But if it's happening anytime in the future, it all gets dumped into this giant foggy category called not now, where you can't really tell how big or small anything is.
So how does that not now fog trick us into thinking a huge project will only take 5 minutes? Well, it all comes down to what we can call the step 2 through 9 problem.
See, when we think about doing something, our brain takes this massive mental shortcut. It sees step 1, start the task, and then it immediately pictures the glorious finish line. The task is done. It sees the beginning and the end, and completely ignores everything in between.
And here is where the lie gets exposed. These are all the invisible middle steps that our brain just skips right over. You think, mop the floor, but you don't think about finding the bucket, moving the chairs, waiting for the water to heat up, rinsing the mop head. All of that is real work, and that is real time. This is how 5 minutes magically turns into an hour.
Okay, this can feel like a totally impossible problem when it's all happening inside your head. But what if you didn't have to solve it inside your head? What if you could make all those invisible steps visible?
You can actually do that. Think of it as getting an external frontal lobe. And a really good one for this job is AI. It's uniquely good at seeing all the logical, step-by-step details that our brains are perfectly designed to gloss over.
And using it is surprisingly simple. It really just comes down to 2 moves. First, you need a reality check to see what you're actually dealing with. And second, you need to include a buffer to account for the way your brain actually works.
So this is the reality check, and it is a total game changer. You just give an AI a simple prompt like this one. Instead of you having to do the boring, hard work of figuring it all out, you let the machine do the heavy lifting and identify all those hidden middle steps.
And what you get back is amazing. The AI points out all the little friction points that actually eat up time. It'll remind you that, oh, by the way, drying and putting away all those dishes isn't a 2-minute job. It's probably going to take 15. And suddenly, the true size of the task just snaps into focus.
Next up, buffer inclusion. You can literally tell the AI to build a plan that works with your brain chemistry, not against it. A prompt like this builds in time for transitions. You know, that mental gear shifting it takes to stop one thing and start another. That's where so much time gets lost.
So what you're doing here is incredible. You're taking your schedule from what was basically a setup for failure and turning it into an achievable plan for actual success. You're not trying to force your brain to be something it's not. You're just giving it the right tools to navigate the world.
So think about it. What's that one thing on your to-do list right now? The one you keep putting off? The one you know is a 5-minute lie? What's the first task you're going to ask AI to make visible for you?